Hello, everybody. We are back once more for the final round of the
Round robin.
round robin Swiss rounds AGE July 2023. I am Colin of the Honigman
That's 15
clan.
seconds. Here we go. Christopher Stidger versus.
This is Blake. We got Chris and Mark. We believe this is a winning in for Chris. Not
Also,
so sure about Mark.
It could be Mark's
It
winning.
could be. Who knows? Gem is a mysterious one. You know?
This Barbie does ice magic. This Barbie does Dracon.
This Barbie does Dracon. She got that Dracon magic.
Mark Lewis, I saw him. He came to a place he's never shown up to before ever, all the way in Pasadena. He was like, I was called out here to fix an air conditioner, and then there was I had my Iyslander deck in my truck, and he was beating people with this deck over there because there's not a lot of Icelanders anymore. And it was just like, we were not prepared for this.
I came here to fix the air conditioning, and then I stayed to whoop your ass.
Which is crazy. Like, what if there was
vibe, Mark.
a job title that works for your job title and is a hero in Flesh and Blood?
I show up to these events with decks, and I don't even get to play them. And he just goes to work with one?
Yeah.
Man. I even went so far as to put on my workstation at my job, I put some playmats down as like my mouse pad, just so people would be like, "Oh, what's that?
What's that?
Oh, you want to play a game?
I really like this color. What is going on?"
They're like, "No, I don't care. Shut up, Colin. Stop talking to me about this." All right, we're rolling.
Oh, wow. 8 versus 7 on the roll.
Classic. That's why you don't roll 2 dice. Everybody knows this. It is not based.
Not based. Wow.
I don't even know what based means.
It's so funny. I have like rolled 1 die and said even or odd, and people look at me like I'm crazy, but clearly heads is even.
Yeah, sorry, Mark.
Wait, was that an Idris Elba playmat?
No, dude, it was a Magic the Gathering playmat.
He looked exactly like Idris in that one, though. Look at this loadout. I've never seen it. Oh, yeah, that's the normal combo. Okay.
It's the one we always see, except Chris has got them Seekers leggings. Is that the one, Seekers leggings?
That is. He said he blew it on stream earlier. He was so nervous. He forgot his Seekers leggings. Maybe he will Seekers leggings this time.
So we let him back on just to see if he could redeem himself.
Oh, Mark's sporting the Hidden Fortress hat.
Yeah, dude. He's also wearing an AGE sweatshirt.
Make up your mind, bro. How many people do you want to sponsor you?
He's not sponsored by any of them. He paid for those. Coming in classic. What's that one called? Channel Lake Fragility.
This round is on me.
Oh, nice. Everyone draw a card. Let's have fun.
All your dragons do 0.
All your dragons are fun. Only the...
Oh my goodness.
This round.
Let's give my opponent a 6-card hand to start off. I don't know about this one, Mark.
Yeah, dude.
Look how many blues are in his hand.
Do it again. Do it again, Mark.
Waning Moon 4 times if it was allowed.
Do it again. So, what?
You could brain freeze and try and get rid of one of them?
I was going to ask if you saw Mark's deck earlier, but you didn't. You saw Chris's deck. I'm curious if Mark is Iyslander, if he's on the full arcane thing. Do you remember from when he whooped your guys' booties?
There's probably an attack in there somewhere, yeah.
He's got at least one, you know? Just get you with this.
Somebody is going to hand us one of these.
We'll check out.
What's crazy, it literally is only one Iyslander, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's this guy, Mark.
We don't believe in Iyslander out here. We haven't believed in her in a while, to be perfectly honest.
But this could be one of the ones that does top 8. I think the Reiner's going to top 8, so that's 1 of 1 for that, too.
Really? Nice. Good job to that guy.
He was 4 and 1.
Wow.
He said he triple blood rushed on Tyler Horspool and won.
Hopefully Levia makes it because they were out there doing work today.
Hate to do work all day and not get paid off.
You know, dude, that's what I say every day.
Chris made 2 Ash this time on
job.
the opening turn, so that's a little bit better than earlier.
Turn 0. Well, he had 6 cards in hand, so
right.
He was able to just do it.
So you're asking about this. We got a Findle's Fighting Spirit red. We've got Wounded Bull red.
Okay, so
we've got Enlightened Strike red, which is the only Enlightened Strike that exists.
Brothers in Arms. Wow. Okay.
All right.
Interesting. So it's just that list basically. It seems Warmongers has been thrown in there. I guess he also has this rounds on me, which I don't think I've seen a lot of in Iyslander. Uh, Anything else spicy?
Not too crazy. Oh my gosh, there's the second channel link. Gonna make your life way harder to swing dragons for free when it costs 1 every time. Plus the frostbite. Don't forget about the frostbite over there, Mark.
It's right there in his face.
Oh,
It's
it is right
in the
there.
middle of the screen.
It's so. What is it called? Glary.
It looks beautiful. It's rainbow foil frost beat. So Yenderai still coming in an attack. This was in response to that. So we'll see. We'll see what we do here. Is this still? What is the favoring on this matchup?
I think it's very hard for Iyslander to line stuff up correctly if the Dromai player knows the matchup and can leverage some power turns. Like you do need your disruption to come at the right time. There is the idea of, is this Dromai respecting wizards so much to play Thamai? That kind of closes a door. We saw some Oasis from Christopher earlier. I'll just say Chris, let's be real. Chris had an Oasis earlier. We know he has some not take covers. Is it? Sand covers.
Sand covers.
So there's a lot of prevention in this list.
Yeah, really unfortunate right there for Chris. He had to pitch that tummy tie because the Channel Lake Frigid was basically going to make it impossible to play and attack with. That is something you love to see early game, just because you can just smoke those boots of Iyslander and just ruin their almost entire game plan.
Smoke those boots. Smoke those boots.
Dude, Mr. Worldwide entered the chat. What's up?
And if you're wondering why Chris Iali's in the back just talking and not playing a game, he did 0-3 drop today for the first time in his entire life.
I don't think that's true.
Some of the worst tournament luck Chris Iali's ever had, he said earlier.
I think he's done badly before, but he just usually doesn't because he's a good player. But he's also someone who takes risks in some of the heroes he plays. So I appreciate that about Chris. He's not just playing the same old thing all the time. What was he on today?
No clue. No clue. God. Maybe we have a deck list over there. He was on Katsu.
That's right. He was on Katsu. I saw.
Oh my goodness.
So interesting. Like I said, all right, we got Asvalai coming in.
Got a pitch for this.
We do. You got a pitch because we have a Channel Lake Frigid.
What's crazy about pitching for Asvalai, instead of being Ash negative, now you're Ash neutral.
Yeah, pretty nice. Although
maybe the Channel Lake Frigid is the buff Dromai needed.
I think Chris went to 3 and should have just stayed at 2. But maybe I missed that.
Didn't mean to start a war.
We're just gonna sing songs we're gonna get pulled from YouTube for
promise
infringement.
Ryan Brown says, "Let's go, Mark. Another wizard from the Simi Valley has this wizard from Simi Valley's back.
This wizard's
from Simi Valley.
This wizard's from Simi Valley. This wizard's from Redondo.
This Chris player has a white border.
This Christmas, get ready to start a war."
Dude,
and
honestly, Channel Lake Frigid, kind of a buff of making this Ash. Like, that's a side effect that you're not really thinking about.
Yeah, it actually isn't too bad, especially when Chris can respond with the Flame Scale Furnace.
True.
At least when he played it the first time he did that, which is a pretty cool move. It's Dromai's got all those little tricks of when do I activate things to get more resources, and you're just like, that's nice, that's good. You're a good guy. You play good, man.
I wonder what's in Mark's arsenal if he hasn't played it at all through like 3 opportunities.
It's gonna be a red attack.
Oh, okay.
That would be my guess. If he hasn't played it yet, it's probably a red attack, or it could be like a red spell. Maybe he had some spice that he wanted to kill a dragon with. Because that is the hardest part. I think now I'm remembering. I've played Dromai as Iyslander, and killing dragons is très hard, as they say.
Trey is in French for very.
That's right. I was in France, so now I am
The way you can
partially
remember it means
French.
very is it's very, very, very hard. Trey, three very.
very, very, very hard.
Yeah.
Très bien. Uh,
Very, 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 very good.
avec moi.
Yeah.
And oh, there it goes. No, it wasn't. Why didn't he play that earlier? He could have.
Frostbite would have helped.
He
Yeah,
could
we
have
coulda
stuffed
stopped.
this turn a little bit more.
Maybe he just wanted a little more information, or he wanted to make
Sure,
even more
dog.
Frostbite.
Yeah, so he's got the Insidious Chill out there now. That's pretty nice. It doesn't go on Chris's side.
Chris is like, a 4 Frostbite? Okay. F my deck up. Right up.
Yeah. Like, good thing my turn's over. Because I don't care and these go away right now.
If you're paying attention at home, Mark's done 8 damage. Chris has done 1. So
Yeah, but Chris got 2 dragons and 3 ash, so he's feeling all right.
Right.
He did that in
Channel
the
Lake
face of a
Frigid.
Channel Lake Frigid.
this channel like Frigid can't stay up forever.
That's right. It literally cannot. It has a
It literally breaks
it
right there.
bro-
Okay, yeah.
broke right there. Yeah, he didn't pitch, so it's gone.
We're raking. We're raking.
Now we're gonna rake those embers.
I don't know if Rake the Embers is good in this matchup, though. Oh, no, because
Yeah,
you
'cause
can
you
build your
arcane
A barrier. There
Yeah,
we go.
It gives you
Yeah, yeah.
arcane barrier, which is cool, and I think it also just gives you like more drag. Like I think you like sneak out a dragon attack if they don't frostbite you, you can just throw in all the rest of them afterwards. But it
Okay.
is nice to just be like, oh look, I can now block all of your arcane damage.
I believe.
Although he is rocking just a 1 AB on his arm, so now he's at 4, which is nice, but doesn't fully block.
You
them.
just have to have the blues come into your hand right when you need them.
I mean, oh, and there we go. He's lost in thought. Is that lost in thought?
It is.
What does lost in thought do again?
Lost in Thought says, I'm going to look at your hand. I'm going to be able to grab an attack action from there and put it on the bottom of your deck. Then I'll give you a Ponder token.
And that ponder token is useless until the end of your next turn.
Right.
Take that, Mark.
Oh, wow. Grabs a popper. Get rid
Yeah.
of that bad boy.
Good night.
Lost in Thought. Lost
no,
in
no.
Thought.
Lost in thought.
Lost in Thought. Too bad he didn't react and use that to... No, it still goes to the bottom of your deck, and then you don't get the Ponder token. I don't think a Ponder token happens unless you do put something at the bottom of it. I think it's a if you do, give them a Ponder token. So you could just whiff, get all the information for one resource and one card, and then not.
Does it have to be a popper that you send down?
No. You can
Oh.
choose any. You can choose the blue.
Then
that
how-
powers their whole turn.
How would you whiff then?
If they had all 4 non-attack actions, because Iyslander.
Oh, it has to be an attack action.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
You can't just willy-nilly grab anything.
Okay.
Aw. Mark, what are you doing? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking? How you feeling? What's the vibe, Mark?
Oh, give us
The
3
vibe is
individual
dragons. Ooh, dragons. Dragons are good, man.
They need to make more movies about dragons. What's the latest dragon movie we had?
I'm not sure. I mean, there was Dungeons and Dragons.
Did you watch
but
that one?
I did. It was pretty good.
That big fat dragon was so funny.
It was. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Haha.
It's funny. I
Oh.
played that dragon was in my D&D campaign, and we had a very interesting encounter with him. That was funny.
Nice.
So he's gonna frosting in response to kill this little ether
Right.
boy.
So how that works for people at home is if you kill a dragon in its attack mode, it ends the turn because you can't have go again
Yeah.
if you don't have.
If not there anymore, so no go again.
Which is intuitive, not really at all. You'd have to have that explained to you.
And
And
that
that's-
makes sense. If the thing's attacking you and that thing disappears, you're not going to like read the text
Right.
that says
You can't-
go again anymore.
You can't tag back in a wrestling match if your dude vanishes.
Yeah, dude, exactly. If he just turns to dust, you reach out to tag your guy in and he turns to dust, you're alone now.
Okay.
And here we go, the frost tags. Okay, so
Starting a combo a little bit.
dude,
What do we
doing
get
this
off
thing.
Ponder, though?
Let's
What do we
see.
get? Does he even look at it?
Will
That's
he
the
show
pitch
us?
card. Oh,
Oh,
perfect ponder target.
what was it?
Blue. Emeritus Scolding. Emeritus Scolding can't hit a dragon, though. It just hits Chris.
That's true, but it's still a good card.
So it's not going to give a frostbite, and it's not going to hit any of these dragons. Chris doesn't know this, but that is the best ponder token possible because there's no disruption coming. We're going to be allowed to make Kyloria. Kyloria, we pitch one, so we go Ash neutral on this guy. And then we're going to be able to attack with every dragon, which will start Chris's hero era here of probably doing a bunch of damage to Iyslander.
Chris out here just enjoying summer vacation by stomping on people with his dragons.
What's that Phineas and Ferb theme song? There's only 106 days of summer vacation.
Wow, that's some good vocal fry
Yeah,
you
I
put
think
on
he's
that.
he's on like day 80 or whatever. Don't worry, our cameras are back. They keep failing completely, but we get them back immediately.
Because Chris Iali's standing.
Yeah, Chris Iali's literally blocking, or I guess it's Peter Boone. It's like 5 people blocking the signal.
Is blocking the signal. All right, so
There's only 106.
this is looking not great for Mark
He's
here.
got to figure it out quick.
There's a lot of dragons on the field. They're all pretty good dragons.
Is it worth popping your boots to stop a turn like this? Or not really, you have to hope to draw a popper.
I think you gotta hope for popper. Like if you pop your boots to do this, it's just like you just take one
Dang.
dragon down, and they still have like 4 dragons.
I've never seen a spell go that far. He was like putting it on the
Licked it at his face.
That was sick. It's
I
like,
cast
hold
it.
this.
Emeritus Scolding, aka Angry Professor, as I like to call it.
For 4.
It is probably one of my favorite card titles and arts, and I think the flavor text on it's also pretty funny.
And when you have this much AB in your Chris, you can be like, all right, I can block all this arcane. That kind of gives me something to do with all these cards.
Yeah. He's
Like-
got 3 right now, right? 3 AB, yeah.
2 Ashwing.
Because
and
Seekers is like a prevent damage guy.
Right.
Yeah.
You probably save that for a red Aether Ice Vein or something gross like that. He's drawing a card.
Oh, because Kyloria hit, so he draws a card. That's just a good dragon. And then he just,
Arnimal shows up off the card draw.
and he's like, oh yeah, let me hit with all my other dragons now.
Dang. Mark's going to take all of these. How about 1 arcane and 2 physical?
Take
Boom, boom.
that, 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Yep, down to 20.
And let me cast another dragon in your face.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Did
geez.
not want to see that one if you're
Oh,
in Simi Valley right
oh,
now.
my cousin Vinny coming out to wreck shop 6 power. If it hits, it does 3 arcane. Is that what it is?
6 physical, 3 arcane if it hits.
That's crazy.
So you just took 8. How about 9 more?
How 9 more? How about we just double up the damage this turn? Yeah, Vinny is a good card. It's pretty neat. Is Chris running the dust of the desert one?
He usually does. He may be in top 8 if he wins this, so we shouldn't say. No, he does not have it.
Okay, interesting.
He said he was thinking about it the other day.
I wonder if because Oldham's gone, it's less of a problem.
I think that's part of the thought process. Oh my God.
Whew, whew.
We are literally speed running this Icelander's health bar real quick. I think this is a thing where, Mark, what do you have here? You need to draw into Channel Lake immediately. You need to do some kind of work with your...
Yeah, Sidious Chill needs to do something right now. But even all that doesn't matter. Like, Chris needs a single red card that he can play, and then he just presents a ton of damage.
I think this would be pretty sick. Like, we're kind of shouldn't be this much bias, but like, Chris is somebody who's I think showed up to every single AGE right now. It's his birthday, and he's on a win and in for top 8. This will be his first top 8.
Dude, we love Chris. Great guy.
Go, Chris. Okay, this is a yellow. We're gonna say yellow. No, there's no yellows, so it's probably red.
It's a
This
red.
is the one that sucks because you're going to have to do something or discard. We choose to discard the sigil and just take the damage, probably.
Interesting.
is what looked like we did the discard, but we haven't touched the health bar yet.
He's got a Miragai.
It's interesting that we are going towards Chris with this instead of a dragon that sucks. Maybe we're hoping to get a frosting or something to snipe the Vincerikai when that comes.
I don't. I just don't. I don't think there's anything Mark can do. There's too many dragons. Killing one isn't gonna stop. Isn't gonna stop the rest because he's just gonna play more.
We're gonna sand cover here, which I think is a lot of Dromai players are like, sand cover is awful. Sand cover is just another oasis here that really makes Icelander's life harder. And I think if you're Iyslander, you're like, why couldn't I play a Runeblade right now? Why couldn't I play a Ranger? Why did I have to do Dragon Lady?
It's funny because I think there are some Dromais that don't like sand cover, and then there's the ones who swear it's the best card.
Which one are you?
I think it's a good card. I think it requires you to play really well to make sure that your Ash game is always running. But if you think you're gonna have or know you're gonna have Ash, because like in this game you're pitching for Arcane, so like you're just gonna be making Ash sometimes when you otherwise wouldn't be. When we saw earlier when he played Channel Lake Frigid, he had to pitch extra, which just boosted up his Ash generation. Like all of that's like pretty good for him to just trade one of those for blocking 4 damage, especially since it can block the Arcane damage too.
Chris almost made the blunder of the century by drawing up his next hand while he was on defense. Because it was not his turn. Because all of that was happening on Mark's turn, which is crazy. Thank God they caught it early instead of being like,
And
that's how you lose the game in heartbreaking fashion because you just Omega cheated.
So if we don't see a popper here, this is just, I think this game's over.
Did he almost draw an opponent turn? That is true. Hi kudos.
Hi, kudos.
Hi kudos been in the chat since 8 a.m. this morning.
Dude,
Thanks for all the support.
Yeah, shout out to our chat. Shout out to everyone watching the stream. It's been a really interesting game. It's fun to come back and see where everything's at. We were like in a meta that never really felt like it settled, and now it's totally unsettled again. So it's fun to see where everyone's going.
Oh no! Did you think that killed the dragon, and then he forgot that that's literally the only one with the force field? Let him take it back. Let him take it back. Why didn't he play the blizzard too? The blizzard would literally stop this turn. I don't know. Yeah. They're like, let me just take damage real quick. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, that's some sportsmanship. Thank you for all that. I'll take the damage. Play the blizzard.
Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't play the blizzard.
Oh.
Because he would get a frostbite too, so there's like no way out of it.
The card in his hand would have to be blue. Okay, so we pitched the blizzard. We're going to ice bolt that one. Everyone's going to say, okay. I think there will be a blue left over where maybe, I'll pitch that. So he went from 8 to 7, but currently I think he should be at 8. I don't know if someone prematurely touched the health.
No, he took damage from the Ender
He went
Eye.
from 11 to 8, and then, I don't know. We'll see what happens. So now it's an attacking turn. He had a popper in hand, too. What is going on? Let's go, Mark.
Dude. Yeah, not sure. This it's a long day. I always attribute. Oh, because he had burned them all too.
Okay.
So he took one off the arcane off that. I guess. Is that what happened when he just?
That makes a little more sense. Yeah.
He could have pitched the blue to block both that.
I think it was oh crap, we forgot to do the burn 'em all. Is there a pitch for this turn already, or does that pitch card need to go underneath? Or what is going? Oh, that is not a pitch card.
Yeah,
that is.
No, that's a frost axe on
Jeez
his
Louise.
side of the game.
Okay.
Enlightened Strike, probably for 7. It's really funny. It's crazy how this deck was such like a terror for so long, and then now it's just like, it's okay.
I mean, it just won a battle heart in a week ago. So this is the reigning champion. I do think it's very much a
No, it didn't win a PT. It won a Battle Harden.
last week, yeah.
I thought it won
the
the
first
PTI
DTD,
event.
the first Dusk Till Dawn. It was on the Saturday. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mezzo won it.
Gotcha.
On hit effect.
Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I still think it's a stupid nonsense.
It is worth, I think, sleeving back up if you ever put time into this deck because, I mean, anybody that's going to be trying new Dusk Till Dawn stuff, having taxing of their resources is probably not going to be fun for people learning new decks.
Yeah.
I'd still think there's a Ranger card that you have to pay 3 extra. Like, maybe that doesn't work out sometimes. You just get owned by Lexi, and Lexi's not going anywhere.
So, great card for Chris to see right here is Ravenous Rabble. Cannot be fully disrupted or popped or anything like that. He's got cards in hand to get around the... except if he does this. Is this a Sigil of Permafrost? Are you going to fuse it and trigger the Insidious Chill? This is where things get nasty. It's... Oof. All right. Maybe I wrote off Mark too soon. He's coming. He's making a comeback here.
Oh, we're just discarding? I love that.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm not.
I got 8 dragons to attack you with.
So there's something different about my deck. I don't need attack actions.
Yeah.
I have attack dragons.
Yeah. Imagine attack dragon.
Imagine that.
Radioactive.
Oh, all systems go. Dude.
Yeah, he's like,
I think that's an interesting wrinkle because if we gave him a frostbite, but we do through the permafrost, we will end his turn. And I think there's some interesting layer of I just want to come after Dromai. I don't really have time to go after dragons right now.
Could he have played in response to that one? Could he have activated his Flamescale Furnace?
Oh crap! He's like, hey, did you take damage from this Ravenous Rabble? Could he have played something to Furnace? Probably.
Instead of discarding the card?
Except his Furnace has 4 counters on it. I don't know what the heck that is. That Furnace is dead for the next 2 games. I love Zach at top tables wearing a Pikmin costume. Just going about his day, playing a Rhinar. Rhinar at the top table, that's crazy. Just draw your Blood Rush. What's going on here? Did Chris draw Blood Rush up?
Yeah, he drew, basically, raked the embers, so he's going to just turn those
another 5 dragons.
2 dragons into 5 dragons, which means he's got 8 dragons on the field.
Mark is fake smiling. I'm happy for you. This is so annoying. My frosting only kills 1 of these. Chris is like, explain. Touch.
I'm gonna win
cards.
this game. It's my
I'm
birthday.
gonna go to top 8. Tyler Horspool's putting his arms up over his head.
Okay.
Sheesh. It could happen to you. Don't do weird things in front of cameras, man.
All right, Yendurai coming in, getting a nice clean block from Enlightened Strikes, value signaling that he does not have a popper, unless he's trying to.
This is kind of, if you don't have poppers, this is a game right here, because he's got 19 damage in dragons. Let's count it up. 3 from Yendurai, 9 from Vinserikai, another 4 would be 16 plus 5, 21. I didn't guess that. I exaggerated and I was under. Why aren't you playing Dromai?
He's got a card in hand and a card in arsenal. Why aren't I playing Dromai?
This seems like it's the best deck, right?
Bad at it. There you go. Box 4. What are you going to do now when I throw this Vinserikai at you for 6?
I think he has a frosting, so he will be able to kill a 1 health dragon. He's just waiting for the 1 health dragon to show up. Unless he doesn't. Nope, he does. Frosting's toast. That dragon is 62 degrees under its body temperature, so it'll dissipate.
Pretty good. Smart move by Chris, not playing Vinny, baiting out that frosting instead to kill one of his Ether Ashwings and maintaining his, army of dragons.
He was like, "I'll take one from Frostbite," and he's like, "Wait, I literally should pitch."
Yeah.
That was a quick decision.
Oh wait.
I think what's crazy is Chris was at 26 earlier, so it's like, all right, Mark, you took 3 damage and you did around 9 somehow.
Yeah,
Like you're getting a little closer here.
he's clawing his way back. That Insidious Chill did some work, for sure. That really hamstring Chris' ability to close this game out. But when you just have that many dragons on your field, like it's just value. Like you're gonna get to them eventually, and once you do, and Mark doesn't have a way to disrupt them or pop them, it's gonna be a good night. But the deck is built to deal with this a little bit, so we'll see. How many?
Still hasn't used the Seeker's leggings. We're gonna have to make fun of him after this for this. You just basically
doesn't
only
need to
running 3
block.
pieces of equipment. Yeah, I guess he hasn't used his Crown of Pravi either.
I don't think he needs to use them because he has Arcane Barrier.
Coughing into the sleeve, such a nice move. We need more people like Chris. Old school manners. Says please and thank you.
And
said-
Arsenal
He
Pass.
said both of his kids are out of high school. I don't know where I'm going with this thought process, but it was like, oh, cool. Like, I wonder if they're going to watch him on stream and be like, I'm proud of you,
Oh,
Dad.
he's got the one freezing point. That's fun. Oh, Dominia comes into
Dominia
play.
could close it out because there's 100 reds in this Dromai deck, and he only needs to draw 1 off the top to get rid of the popper in hand, and then have the dragons take care of the rest. What's crazy is you can play Dominia and Lost in Thought in the same turn and really ruin every deck in the format.
And now we will attack 1 Arcane, 4 physical, and a attack effect.
This is where you Stormstriders, please God, have a spell that can kill Dominia with Stormstriders. Or you are dead.
He's got Frosting. Is that an attack action? I can't see what that is.
None of these look red at all.
That
There
looks
is
like
an
a-
Aether Ice Fane.
What's that? It looks like a...
That's a popper that's going to get put in the banish zone immediately by Chris if this resolves. Yeah, the dragons are taking over.
I saw a game between Mark and Andrew Rudin on Prism earlier, and there were so many permanents on the table. It was... it looked like they were sorting cards rather than playing a game.
I think that's a very bad matchup for Iceland or Prism, right? And it used to be the vice versa.
It was bad for Iyslander.
Oh, is it?
I don't know if it is generally, but
I mean,
it
it's a.
was 31 to 0.
Oh, it was one of his losses. Never mind. Because I thought there was a way that you could you kill the dragons as they attack, but I guess you don't use them to attack. You kind of use you use the angels as oasis instead.
Yeah, I didn't see how it played out, but it was didn't go well for Mr. Lewis. So Mark trying to figure out how to respond here. I mean, it's the effect of Dominia still happens whether or not he tries to kill it, right?
Right. We can banish a different card from your hand. Actually, if you kill the dragon as it attacks, I don't remember. Maybe if there's you get the cards out of your hand or whatever.
I think it happens. I think the effect, because it's like Tumultai. If you try to kill Tumultai, it still
hits your boots.
blows up your boots.
Takes a lot. Judges.
Takes a lot. He's got the freezing point. Does freezing point hit anything?
Freezing point can hit anything.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So that'll be the 5 damage that needs to hit this dragon.
Ooh.
That'll end the turn, but it will have zero kind of help for Mark in the long run because it'll just be like we reset everything and now you don't have your Stormstriders.
Yeah, you don't have your Stormstriders and you don't have that popper.
We're going to use Tunic to do something. Tunic to Stormstride. Stormstrider's probably one of the coolest named cards and effects in the game. I think Stormstriders is a
Easy.
legacy piece of this game where this would not be as cool of a game without Stormstriders.
We love Stormstriders. He's pitching the frosting. He's pitching the freezing point.
To do this one for exact damage.
Aether
Actually,
Ice Vein
he's-
does any target?
Any target is Aether Ice Vein. Every spell that came out in Uprising is any target. Because they needed it kind of for the limited portion of that. The Aether Darts and all that stuff are the ones that Kano can use, and then all the ice ones are... We got a judge on site to explain this. I agree, Blake. I'm just going to assume you mean about everything, because I don't know the exact context, Taylor. Dominia is toast.
Dominia's toast.
Thank you, Dominia, for your help. Like, that is an exchange that both of them are like probably okay with. Of my best dragon for your best piece of equipment. Oh, he's agreeing about the like Stormstriders is a legacy piece in this game. Like, I think Tunic's up there. That's up there. The newest one that I would put on this echelon is the Crown of Providence. I think that was very well designed and very cool. Trying to give some kudos because I do a lot of anti-kudos. I complain a lot, so complain and kudos.
You know, it's allowed. You could do both.
Yeah. It's called character development.
It's called critique.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
There's our Dromai. That's the missing piece that makes this game over. Because now if you kill my dragon, you gotta kill a second dragon. And that's impossible for you to do because you only have one thing can come out at one time. What is it called? You only have one thing from Arsenal. So one thing at instance.
I only got one arsenal. I've only got one shot.
I bet you somebody just want to battle harden in that other place.
I don't believe in other places.
Yeah.
Dromai coming in, gaining that action point. What are you gonna do, Mark? You're gonna pop it because you have to.
How is okay? We just both drew up and got new cards. I was about to say like, how is this turn still going? It's just a whole nother turn cycle.
It's a whole nother turn cycle. They just keep going. This is where.
If you're in CB Valley right now, you're hoping he draws another popper. Why did he go from 6 to 5? Oh, arcane damage, Blake. Did he draw the? Oh my God!
Oh, he did.
He drew the second popper.
Damn, that is.
Pop this.
That is savage. Dude, it's giving poppers.
It's giving popper season. I feel the rush. Addicted to your touch. Oh, I feel the rush. So good, it's so good. Have you ever heard that song?
No, I heard
Brand
it
new
right
song.
now. Warmongers. Bobber.
Oh my gosh, Chris just said, what?
What does this card do? I don't believe this
You better
card.
say war or peace.
Why would...
If you're a Metal Fab token ear right now, you got to make 100 war tokens and 100 peace
All right,
tokens.
riddle me this. Why is this card relevant at all in this matchup? Chris is just like, I'll just play... Oh, wait, because the actions
You
of the
can't
dragon.
Play new dragons if you want to attack with the old dragons. But now you just AB 100 times. You're like, okay, I guess my turn's quote-unquote over, but...
You could, like, sigil and just attack with all your dragons or
Right.
something, right? Yeah, okay.
True.
And
Oh, you can't usually play your red. Like, you'd have to have a sweeping blow to give them all
yeah,
go
you
again.
need a red.
True.
Go again. Okay, that makes sense.
Warmongers is better than you think, but it's not godlike.
I heard it's bad. It's a bad card, and you shouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
That's
Give them away to local commentators.
Yeah. If you see a guy in a green polo,
Yeah.
give him the Warmonger.
We gotta. Oh. They said, let's punch hands. We are tired of playing this and pretending that you can get through 100 dragons. That's so many dragons. Like, that's a surgical dragon board to do as much damage as possible.
Both of them. Why did he do that? I mean, I guess it was inevitable.
It's inevitable, yeah. They were like, we probably got to do barraging Blake soon. We don't want to. We don't want to make all these people watch all these dragons come in. And then it's like, okay, Mark, valiant effort. I feel like it's kind of sucks to run into illusionists when you're a wizard lady.
Yep.
And you got to see an angel illusionist, and you got to see a dragon illusionist. And you're just like, God, stop making illusionists, please.
And you're burnt. You burnt Mark. You did good. You tried your best. You almost pulled it back. That he was at
Almost.
a very big deficit, and he was actually in a position where, like, I think Chris was sweating slightly, but not for too long because dragons don't sweat.
No, not heavy. Not heavy sweat.
Heard it here first, folks. Dragons don't sweat.
No, my man was taking his sweat time. Okay, we'll see you in another 20 seconds.
What'd you